My name is Susan Jarvis and I appear on behalf of the prosecution, and my learned counsel appears on behalf of the defense. The defendant in question, Mr. Warwick Fairbanks, is charged with possession of an offensive weapon, in this case a flick knife, in a public place in contravention of Section 1, Subsection 1 of the Prevention of Crime Act 1953. Madam, the facts of the case, which are derived mainly from the witness statement of Police Constable Robert Cleaves, are as follows. On the 30th day of August 2019, at approximately 3 p.m. at Arnold Road, Radford, Constable Robert Cleaves was carrying out a routine patrol of Hamlet Estate, which is comprised of 8 L-shaped 5-story blocks of flats. He went up to the second floor of A block, which is directly opposite B block. While there, he stopped to speak to an elderly gentleman who was standing just outside of his front door. It was during that time that his attention was drawn to a group of children who were shouting, "Kill him! Kill him!" These children were on the second floor passageway of Block B, which is directly opposite to where Robert Cleaves was positioned. At this juncture, I should mention that the layout of Hamlet Estate was such that each floor has a communal passageway which faced onto a courtyard and which had a balcony which is opposite of the block and is visible from that opposite block. Constable Cleaves was therefore ideally positioned to see without obstruction what had elicited such a strong response from the children. He saw the defendant moving about the communal passageway between his front door and the balcony with what appeared to be a knife in his hand. He was making jabbing movements with his hand towards what Constable Cleaves believed to be a stuffed dummy. The children were standing on either side of him while he was doing this activity, by the way, madam. Constable Cleaves immediately made his way towards Block B, where the defendant was located. Madam, Constable Cleaves will testify before this court that when he arrived to where he had seen the defendant, and he informed him that he had seen him with the knife in his hand in the communal passageway, the defendant denied this allegation. Constable Cleaves then asked him a few questions, and basically he responded that he was practicing close quarter combat, and he was doing so on a stuffed dummy which was inside his flat. When he was asked about the fluff which was found outside of the front door, he responded that it must have gotten there because of the fan that had blown it outside of the room. Madam, the defendant also conveniently told Constable Cleaves, that the fresh slash marks which he had seen on the outside of his door were caused by vandals on the estate. With that being said, the defense disputes the prosecution's argument that the defendant had in possession a flick knife in a communal passageway outside of his flat. Instead, they claim that the defendant had possession of the flick knife but within the confines of his flat. Madam, the prosecution intends to prove that the assertions of the defendant are untrue and that he is in fact guilty of the offense with which he is charged. Thank you.
Thank you. Right, so I'm going to start off with performance.